What is good with y'all SUG family? It's your boy Coach Smooth back here with the Rams again. After the off-season video last time, I told y'all we're going to be going through the season, probably about one video a week, but we're going into a lot of content in each one of these videos. Like today, I imagine us getting to at the least the trade deadline, depending on how good the season goes. And I gotta go ahead and show you guys what the final roster looks like, man, because we did have a lot of very good battles going across, a lot of very good players in kind of really all aspects. So I mean, the offense, I was really surprised and thankful for how good the running game actually played throughout the preseason. We actually still had our passing game still work effectively too, with the key subtraction of Puka Nakayu. Jeremiah Matthews was still great at all ranges. Kyler Murray was a great number 2, so I'm not even worried about an injury at quarterback. Halfback Dalvin Franks was amazing. I think he averaged 5.7 yards a carry through camp. Phenomenal. Drummond actually did pretty well. Stroud kind of struggled as far as his average per carry, but he really is a lot more of a power back than anything. So kind of getting him in space doesn't really work too well, especially with that 88 speed. But the 93 acceleration and ability to break tackles kind of boosts him through the line at least to get a couple big plays in. So I really like this running back room. As far as our top 3, we didn't really see much from Hodges during camp, but we weren't really looking. Ladd McConkey, great job being a 1. Brian McCullum had a fantastic spring, really kind of separating himself in that starting role. Matthew Allen did a very good job in his role right behind McCullum, kind of separating him over Bullocks, but Bullocks made his presence known. Nash, once again, second year in a row, great spring. So he's actually honestly our 5, with Dukes being our 6, who had the 6th best spring camp. Jackson played great, but Hammond was amazing. Like I almost honestly, if we weren't in the position to where we would be winning a Super Bowl here soon, or should be winning a Super Bowl here soon, and we were trying to start over at the tight end position, I might let Hammond get the start, because that's how great he played through camp. Was all over the field, great vertical threat, great underneath, good blocking, and Jowers played good too as well. But I was really impressed by Hammond. My offensive line played great throughout all 5 spots, didn't really give up too many sacks. Running lanes were obviously there to rush for 5.7 a carry without having to break too many yards of contact. D-line still played as good as it needed to. We had sacks all over the place. You see, we only went 3 defensive tackles. Monty Wingo and the rookie Marquand Armstead didn't do enough to make the roster and get up to a 74 overall. As I think that's a 2 overall gain since the last time you guys saw him. Younger Lawrence Peoples played great as a second middle linebacker. Definitely going to have him play sub linebacker too as well with his coverage abilities, and he showed a great need to be able to do so with the way that he covered, pass deflections. I think he even got an interception in there throughout camp. Braswell as well on the other side. Minor, Rackshaw, and Moses was holding down the cornerback spots. We just don't have too much depth in case one of them gets hurt, but we do technically, because while those 2, if one of these 3 gets hurt, we'll be fine, because playing nickel corner will most likely be Kirby Joseph. Moving from his sub linebacker role from last year, he is actually a very good nickel corner. I tried him out in camp at it all camp, and he was phenomenal at it as a backup slot corner. So definitely will be basically kind of corner 4, free safety 2 throughout the season this time around. So I think we had a great camp though. We went 2-1, made our cuts, additions, and I gotta really say that I'm happy where this team is heading into the first game of the season. We're 86 overall, 88 on defense, but the offense is struggling. So that's where we gotta see some improvements. And let's just look really quick at our schedule. What will we be looking to face here? How did they line us up this year around? Where are our division games? We got the Seattle, come home for the Chargers, go on the road for the Jets, back-to-back home games with the Commanders and Seahawks. So we'll get to basically finish up our Seahawks divisional games before we even go to the bye. Then we play the 49ers and then the Raiders. I think the bye week or the trade deadline is week 9. So that's 7 games before the trade deadline. So we should have a pretty good idea what this team is going to look like by then. Are we buyers, sellers, or are we good to go? But only 3 of our 6 divisional games before the trade deadline. Then after we come back, looks like 3 straight road games against Chiefs, Bucks, and Vikings. Back-to-back home against Arizona and Green Bay. On the road again for Chicago and Arizona to finish them up. Last game here against the 49ers in week 16, and then 2 non-divisional games to end the year. 1 actually non-conference game to completely finish the year on the road against Denver. So that's what the schedule is going to be set up for. Like, we're going to go through this very quickly. We're going to jump into games that make sense to jump into, mainly kind of going to the 4th and 2nd quarters, or 4th and 2nd halves, as well as outright just simulating a couple games at a time and seeing how good this team can be. So first thing we're going to do, though, it's the first game of the year. We got to jump in to see how this new team works and plays together. So let's go ahead and get into it. Against Seattle, I want to go ahead and quickly outline their roster. something we haven't done too often, and I won't spend too much time doing. Just kind of looking at the top of the roster, still have Kenneth Walker III, still have Rod Nelson on top, Jackson Smith and Najigba. Those guys are kind of still up there, but they've really kind of bolstered this defense. You see Williams, Matthews, Witherspoon is kind of up there at the top. That's somebody at least at all levels. They have a new tight end here, or not new tight end, but a great tight end here with Grant Bibbs, 88 overall. So the offense is also going to be there too as well. We just got to look to cover some of these key weapons and do not let this running game go off. Jump here in the first quarter. Oh, look, it did kind of change on my bottom screen out. We are, of course, playing Seattle, but I guess with the way that the whole MUT type of stuff works, with all the different emblems and tags that you put on, if you don't, I guess, have them, basically, I guess whoever's the home team will just always have your emblem. I don't know why that's implemented in the franchise, but it is. So I upgraded mine because I was tired of seeing NFL. So now you'll see the Saints logo for every home team. So every home team is basically effectively the Saints from here on out. Don't worry about SCA that actually says NO. But we're going to get into this first quarter, at least first drive of the year. Ready to go ahead and see what this team is talking about here as we're going to get a quick throw out there. Nelson going to go ahead and drop back. Quick pressure is not going to be able to get there. We did send a blitz in, and we go to stop him for 4th and inches. The question here with Sims coming in to make a play. Do they go ahead and kick the field or they punt back early? They will. Thought they might go for it here on 4th and inches. Why not? Especially at the 50-yard line, because that punt was terrible. And now we go to bring in Jeremiah Matthews for his first drive of a new season, fresh off the unfortunate Super Bowl loss last year. We'll have to see if he can lead his team back to that same position and get over the hump this time. So the offense will look a little bit different. No Puka this time. Ladd, Bryan out there. Matthew Allen will get regular snaps. And new running back, 25, Dalvin Franks. Getting his first carry of the year. Will only be for about a yard there. But we'll expect to see a lot more oomph when it comes to him running this rock. As we go to motion Jackson across the formation here. Only sending 4. Throw goes out wide open is Jackson as he steps out after getting the first. Play action fake here. Throw goes over the middle. He's wide open. That's Brian McCullum getting us up with a 33-yard catch there into our territory just that quick. It's 1st and 10 at the 37. Offense looking like it has not missed a step already. I wondered what the absence of Puka would do for us here as we go to roll out, spin out of the sack, finds the wide open receiver, and that's Matthew Allen with the catch and getting for the first down. Great play by Matthews, having his eyes up, spinning out of the sack, and still keeping his eyes downfield. Allen again, cross formation here, dropping back, throw goes out quickly underneath, and that's McCullum getting about a gain of 6. Teron Hammond is out there as we go 2 tight end formation here as we go with the handoff up the middle. Franks gets us enough for the first and gets us into goal line territory. As it'll be 1st and goal, 9 yards away from Pater, who's getting the first touchdown of the season for the Rams. Dropping back under center, pockets looking clean, throw goes out to the flats, and it gets us about 5. Pocket's looking good, rolling to his right side. Nobody's going to get there. Matthews is going to take off and have the speed to get in the end zone. Was chased down. I can't see who that is. 55 Matthews. Matthews chasing down Matthews, and we see who the faster relative is as Jeremiah gets the first touchdown of the year. He had a couple ways that he could have did it, but he chose to do it on his feet, getting into the end zone for the Rams. Jumping ahead to a 4th quarter here that's seen a pretty interesting game. 21-17 now we are up, but Seattle does have the ball here late in the 4th quarter as they've been able to make this game interesting all day long. They quickly answered back our score. We came back and took the lead. They scored right before the half. We were able to score again coming out of half, but they were able to get 3 just moments before we got into the fourth quarter. So they're going off with the handoff here to the outside. We're in the backfield. 15, odd number for a running back there for Patterson. So he's only got 6 carries for 8 yards today. So we could be sending a blitz here up the middle. I like it. Oh, no, dropping back in coverage here. They fool both of us as the throw goes out. Is that Joseph? I could have sworn I didn't make him the sub linebacker this year, but it looks like he's playing that role at least. Come here, 21-17 here, 1st and 10 after the big play. 7 minutes to go. Hand off to the outside. Patterson again, nowhere to go. So we wrapped him up in the backfield. And we're not going to see much edge rushing prowess here from Barry Younger, but great in coverage. When we have to go to 3-4, he's great in zone coverage, so we're not losing anything there as we would if nickel. As a run will be outside. Nelson throws it away just before taking a sack. There goes the pressure up the middle. We're not able to get there, but we're almost there again as they go ahead and just ditch it out to the halfback. Don't gain anything. So we had a pancake, almost get there. We was off the edge. Let's end this game, please. A first down here would be excellent. Here we still have 3.5 left to go. There's plenty of time for them to do something. If we can't, slips a sack, finds the open receiver down the field, and that's Matthew Allen. I thought he might just take it himself. He broke through the sack, re-looked up the field to find a better throw before just taking off. And let's just look at this again. Slips through, and as soon as he slips through, sees Matthew Allen running right across his face. Looked like he already knew if he was able to stay on his feet, he was going through the air. Handing off here to get the clock started. That's a great run up the middle, about a gain of 15, if not more. Almost a 20-yard push there from Franks. That's what we need to be doing more of, shotgun runs. They are always going to work. The holes are just too big, too open. They're thinking about the pass. About 2:40 left here to go in the game. If we can score a touchdown here, that is basically the dagger, eating up as much clock as possible. 2 seconds left on the play clock here. So we're going to roll out, throw, go out, and almost had it, but there's a flag down. Are they going to get PI on the defense? Let's just keep this one on the ground. I don't want any risky throws if we can help it here. There we go. Handoff up the middle. Just hold on to the ball, Franks. I mean, we don't have to go conservative, y'all. We want to score. I kind of want to go in and just take off conservative for a second, bro. Just because he could have easily scored that one if he was not running like that. Throw goes out here for the blitz, and they're not able to get to him. They use their second timeout, so only 1 timeout, but we're going to at least be able to get 3 up here and give Seattle a chance here down 17-24. Come on, defense. Let's get this stop. They're going to end this game. They're going with a screen play out here to the back. Patterson, who will go to get out of bounds. They need to save as much time as they can because a touchdown is what they need here to send us to OT. Minute 40 left to go. Dropping back. Throw goes out into the flats, and we knocked that one out of his hands. Come on, defense. Get in the back. Oh, that was almost an interception. Sergio Sims wanted to be great so bad. I see him going for the pick. I'm not even mad at it because if he grabs that one, that seals the game completely here. Love that we were able to at least still get him down as they go to catch this, and they're catching and getting down. Getting very generous runoffs here as that was only 6 seconds. Dropping back here. Throw goes out before he's sacked. He's got a man beat down the field, and that's great coverage there. Brandon Moses on the outside that time making a play. Great work. So we have him working on the outside. So I guess that means that Ernest Rexhaw Jr. is in the slot then. Dropping back here, sending a blitz. Does not work. We're able to go ahead and make the catch, though. Getting him down for a short gain here. 9-second runoff. They still have their timeout here. Sending another blitz. That time is not going to get there. Making him throw out quickly, though, as he's able to shrug off a tackler and get down. Finally using their last timeout here, but that means that's all they have left. We sent 3 back-to-back blitzes, and none of them have gotten in. We got to send it off the outside, and I guess inside's too cluttered here. We haven't really gotten too much pressure going to the outside. Not getting there, but we get them down in bounds. 30 seconds. How much runoff? 18-second runoff. This might be the last play here. 7 seconds left to go. If we can keep them out of the end zone, we can end this. Throw to the back corner, and we'll see one more play in regulation. So I'm trying to see who I see out there right now. See, our 2 defensive tackles. I don't know if I... Oh, there goes Davidson off the edge here. Not going to be able to get there. Nobody's there. Looking. Clock's run out. We have to go. Come up, make a play. Come up, make a play. Come up, make a play. Somebody. There we go. Great coverage on the backside. John Monty's able to get there. Not for a sack, but to end the game. I'll take it. And your Rams will get out of here with a early season win. 24-17. It was a phenomenal game from start to finish. We were able to go ahead and walk out of here victorious. As if you can see here, 323 yards through the offense, 86 yards on the ground, 237 through the air. We got to work on third down conversions again. I mean, they were 12 for 17, so we had them in third downs a lot of long drives from them. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did control time of possession. But controlling time of possession means nothing when you lose. So 245, 2 touchdowns for Matthews. Nelson also had 2 himself. Franks 15 for 69. That's 4.6 a carry. That's what we wanted to see more of with 3 broken tackles. I will take that. Receiving. Gibbs, great game by him, 69 yards there for 8 catches. Nobody really kind of stood out for us, but a touchdown there for McCollum, touchdown for Franks as well, 2 for 57. He had a 51-yard touchdown catch. Hammond getting a 20-yard catch in his first rookie day debut. Sacks came from our left tackle and left guard, so basically the left side. Let's see what was happening in the tackle game here. Sims all over the field, 10 tackles, 7 solos. Lawrence only 3 tackles today. I got to see how the defense is set up then. Why is he only getting 3 tackles all day long? No sacks, no INTs, TFLs. 3 by Monty, 1 by Younger. Rackshaw. Looks like we're releasing the backfield, just not enough to get any sacks. And by the same exact score, just a little bit different way of happening, I guess. We ended up winning this game as well, 24-17 against the Chargers. 400 yards of offense this time around, 329 through the air. As Matthews, 2 touchdowns, 3 sacks though. A little bit concerning how many sacks he's taking the season, but 10 yards per attempt is great. And we got to Herbert for 3 sacks and an interception here today. Franks only 3.6 a carry and a touchdown this time around, but was held with Matthews running for 5 for 21. Receiving wise, over 100-yard day for Brian McCullum with 106 and 2 touchdowns. Lat McConkey finally opening it up with 7 for 93, and Matthew Allen 3 for 76. So really 3 good performances here, bouncing back from game 1 where the offense was kind of lax as far as our pass game. We really kind of picked it up here today, and this time again, another one for Callahan and Arndt. So we got to work really kind of on their pass protector because they both are kind of struggling right now. Were we actually able to get some sacks this time around? Davidson 1.5 for his first of the season. Singleton got 1, and then Jeremiah Holmes, my 4th corner, somehow getting on the field. Dime. Yeah, he would come on the field for Dime, and he got an interception though. So he made the most of being out there on the field. So coming out of that game, there actually is, and I wonder if it's for that reason now, there actually is a DB breakout chance now here from that game. So is it from Jeremiah Holmes getting his first, I guess that would be like his career interception? Nice game. I think he's on the verge of something great. How you feel about putting him in a position where to make an impact play this week? Get an interception or choose a new goal? I mean, it's kind of hard to bounce back from another interception, but I don't know what we can honestly give him. I think he's on the verge of something great too. I think we need to take a different approach to get it out of him. So a TFL, forced fumble or sack, 3 tackles, 2 pass deflection, and 2 pass deflections. I honestly might want to say 3 tackles, 2 pass deflections, or a TFL. I'm gonna go with the. I'll go with this: 3 tackles, 2 pass deflections. I don't know if that can get it, but I mean, hey, I'll take it at that point. Now, I don't know. I mean, getting him a depth trait boost would actually be a great thing because I wanted to work on cornerback depth, but I honestly don't know where he would even kind of fit in. If I go to manage staff, let me look at, where is that, formation subs? Who's out there right now? Who's supposed to be in what spot? Because I haven't touched this season, so none of this has been touched. You still have, okay, so Moses isn't even in this. 4-3. This is our defense. 4-3 even. So we don't even really run a 3-4. We run a 4-3. I must have been tripping. 2-4 double mug. See, we do have. See, even here, it still has Kirby Joseph there. Even though I didn't. I'm pretty sure I put Peoples as the second dude there. But okay. Yeah, see, I don't even see where he would be on the field. Jeremiah Matthews is 13, keep in mind. So, like, here's Dime. He's not even on the field in this formation. So, how did he get on the field? Oh, quarter. So, he's in quarter defense, but he's not even in the dime. We're not supposed to have 2 DBs out there. It's supposed to be 6 DBs. And what we have instead is Tracy Gales back at safety, Kirby Joseph up, I want to try to fix that then. I don't know if it's going to actually fix. Y'all know how things work here. Let me go Jeremiah Holmes there. And then let's go with, instead of Tracy Gales, Kirby Joseph. And honestly, Brandon Moses should be out here in this. 3-0 start to the year, babies. We beat the Jets 28-14, over 300 yards through the air, 73 on the ground, and 400 yards of total offense. We'll just about do it. We held them to under 200 on the ground or through the air, but over 100 on the ground. So the run defense got to play a little bit better. Otis Murray, 240, 2 touchdowns, but we got to the backfield 4 times today. That's what I like to see. Matthews, 12 yards per attempt, 300 yards through the air. Brees, 21 for 103. I mean, I guess that's what you expect with one of the top backs in the game. For us, though, Frank's still struggling. 3.4 carry, 3 touchdowns again. I don't know if maybe it's the run plays I have put in there. Wires. I mean, he was doing great during the spring, but now he's kind of struggling. We got to work on, I guess, then the offensive line. As Ladd McConkey throws in another 100-yard receiving game, 143 and a touchdown, 77-yard long today. That's what I like to see mostly, but I want to see who got them sacks. Peoples with 8 tackles here today. So once again, Reggie Lawrence kind of slacking. Only 7 tackles here today. 6 solos. Did get a half sack, though. I saw that. Singleton did as well. Davidson and Younger and Curl all getting sacks here today. So nothing from our almost standout DB here. As this time around, he did not contribute anything. Holmes ended up with 2 tackles. Still kind of question how you even get on the field, though. And after the game and practice session last week, Teron Harmon has his first upgrade of the year. Remember, he is just normal development, so it's not like we're waiting to see what he is. But we do got to check on some of our other guys to see, where they are at. Going to get a vertical threat upgrade here to get him to a 77 overall, 76 vertical threat, plus 3 break tackle, plus 2 release, plus 1 to basically all his route runnings except for short. He's got a great skill set. I mean, 71 medium, 65 deep isn't bad. 76 short is great. 68 run blocking isn't too bad at all. Let's see, what is your release, though? I don't think it even shows release here for tight end. So whatever that is, though, it just got a big boost. Oh, okay, so I guess despite not hitting his goals, at least we won the game. So he got him 2,500 XP. Basically just saying that it's about team effort, and sometimes individual stats get in the way of that. You look great last game and are setting an example for everybody else. You got another big game in you this week. Who are we talking to? Ooh, John Davidson again. Always do ask and you shall receive, coach. Game day challenge, John Davidson, 2+ sacks for a dev trade upgrade. Now, I was going to try to get these games back to back since we got a little bit of a home stretch here. But coming into game 2 against Seattle, Davidson has a chance to get some sacks for an upgrade here. Ooh, here we go. 2 new interesting upgrades here for our 2 rookies, our 2 hidden development rookies, by the way, who haven't seen much field time since the start of the season. I mean, there's just not too many room for them to get in there unless it's to help somebody that's already, tired. He's got 82 finesse moves, though. So, I mean, his movement place could be as a pass rushing defensive tackle. And, of course, we want run stoppers there, but I'm not going to stop the upgrades from giving him what he needs. 75 speed rusher now, plus 3 power moves as well. So that puts him at a 83, 65, 74 split. And then we have Malachi Bullock, our 6'8" receiver here, who I do want to see the field sometime, but I just don't know in what capacity, though. I mean, his deep route running, I mean, we really should work on deep route running. Honestly, I would love to see him as a slot, but, I mean, you're that tall. I need you deep down the field. +2 to his deep route running, +1 to his release. So, I mean, we can find him a way to get on the outside and let Brian McCullum completely work from the slot. That'd actually be really fantastic. So it looks like he got 75 deep, 84 catching, 89 speed, 93 spec catch is going to be really important down the field. All right, here we are coming near the 3rd quarter here. Let me actually get one more play. I don't want to get locked in here. It normally happens after a kick. So as we come in here to coming into the 4th quarter, remember, we're looking to see if we've gotten 2 sacks as a team here. So let me go to defense. Have there been any sacks here today at all? There have been no sacks at all? Well, I know that's a lie because I literally saw us get sacked simulating through here. So I don't know if they're just not keeping track of stats, but so far today, it looks like we have not seen. Davidson actually hasn't done anything at all. What the heck? Okay, is he not in some formations or something? He's right there, right there, right there, right there, right there. Okay, no, he's in everything. He's in just about every formation here. Let me just watch this drive. Here's we headed to the fourth quarter. Let's see if we can see Davidson get in the backfield at all. And he needs to have 2 sacks today for the depth chart day. This will get him to superstar X factor, which off the edge would be a beautiful thing here. 2nd and 6 here. They're passing. Once again, still not getting much pressure in the backfield. That's only at 70 yards, but as a touchdown? Now here you can see when we go to like, I guess, a nickel 3-4 look, he's on the inside rushing. Not able to get there. Throw goes a little bit over the receiver's head, though. Still able to play great defense. Okay, so he's doing a lot of rushing from interior. Who is 47? Is Barry Younger. I don't know if we necessarily need to have him on the outside rushing. I wonder if some way I can change that, because this is what I really mainly would want to see right here. Davidson on the outside coming in. There we go, running in there, slipping underneath the tackles. Not going to be able to get there for the sack, but we are going to get there to stop the first down. At least we'll get the rock back here to go in the third. All eyes on the defense here today. We're able to go and get 3 of our own, at least to take the lead back as we're getting close. I've got eyes locked in on Davidson. He's doing a lot of his rushing from up the middle, so it's kind of different from last year where he was doing a lot of it from the outside. I wonder if there's a way to at least change his spot there as we get in the backfield for TFL. At least change the spot with Najee Singleton. Because it looks like, I mean, here they're both on the inside, but let's see who drops back. More often than not, it looks like Braswell's the one doing the drop back. As we throw that one out, he's got a wide open target with plenty of running room to go, as that's Patterson. I mean, if he's not going to be able to run the ball, I guess at least catching it out of the backfield is another option. So here's again, inside. Are all 4 coming this time around? They will, because it's a run here as Kirby Joseph, 36. How is Tracy Gales just always in the game? The game just always finds a way to mess up my rotations here. Reggie Lawrence here dropping back. Come on, go make a play then at least. You were making some plays happen, as I haven't seen you get too many tackles this season. Why is Braswell in a pass rushing stance at about 5 yards off the ball? Drop it back here. Davidson bull rushes this dude to the ground, but still having to play catch up here as he's not able to get there to make a play. He's getting good, actually getting good pass rush. He's just not getting it at the quarterback. But now it's time to lock in on the entire defense here as they are in field goal range, and the field goal is all they need to win it here as they get the wide open man down the field. Lawrence in coverage, and he's actually giving up big plays. It's not the same middle linebacker that we saw last season. 1st and goal here. It looks like they might be able to score this before the 2-minute warning here. Dropping back, pockets closing down, wide open on the sidelines. And the Seahawks will take the lead here as it'll be up to us to come down and win this ball game. So at least we got a good game here to watch the end of. They tried to go for 2 to make it a 7-point game. So, I mean, now if we, as long as we just score the touchdown, that's all we need. We don't even need to make the extra point here like we would have if they just kicked theirs. And that's a fumble. Are you serious? Jackson, in the most crucial play of the game, all you have to do is catch it and fall. Let's look at the replay. Oh, they're not going to show a replay here. Of course they're not. All you have to do is catch it, get down, and instead he keeps fighting for it. Look at him just keep fighting. Oh, no, his butt's on the ground. Yeah, no, go ahead and get that back. Hold on. I can't challenge the play. The replay officials control reviews in this situation. All right, hold on. I'm actually gonna call play because I want to make sure this gets reviewed. We'll just go coach suggestions. Cover 4 palms. Thank you. Yeah, I need a booth review on that. I was not trying to skip that and mess it up because his booty cheeks was definitely on the floor. Yeah, that's down. It's crazy that the clock will be able to keep moving here, but I guess I'll take it. As long as we get the ball back here and still knocking the ball loose. Like McConkey not able to hold on. That's a tough hit. So we'll go 2 tight ends. Hammond inside, Jackson outside. Dropping back, sending a blitz in. It's not going to get there. Throw goes out, and that's knocked out of his hands. Once again, trying to feed the halfback. We actually seen that the rookie there, Kevin Drummond, has been making a lot of plays, not only on the ground, but through the air as well. Seen a lot of targets here today. As we will go empty. McConkey will come in, go back outside. Throw will go out. Wide open is Brian for the first down grab. Surprised we haven't seen anything try to go deep down the field here. Finally making a play down the field. And are you serious? No pressure. Nobody near you. All you have to do is set your feet and make a clean throw, and that's a catch for a huge gain. Instead, it's 3rd and 5 now with the errant throw. Rolling out of the pocket, throws it before he's hit, and that's the running back again. But it's going to be 4th and 1, so this is going to be basically for the game. 12-second runoff. We need a play down the field here. Pocket's looking good. Throws it out. And that's the running back again as we call our second timeout. Why is Drummond the one making things happen? Where are my wideouts? Where are my receivers at? Dropping back, pocket collapsing, having to find it. What play calling are we doing? Are we running curls? That's what I see a lot of. I see a lot of curls, hitches. Who's calling these plays? That's not my playbook. Play action, fake here, throw. My goodness. Games like these make you want to go in and play on the field, right? It makes me want to step out this booth, hop down there on the actual field, run this quarterback a little bit, going out of the pocket here, finding his receiver. At least it's not a sack. The game will come down to this because we have no timeouts left, so we need a first down on 4th and 8. Pocket's not going to get there, and he throws that. Well, I mean, we couldn't go undefeated forever. It just sucks that we had to lose to a division opponent. So first loss of the season here. And I got to say, that was honestly terrible play by Jeremiah Matthews from what I saw. 30 for 46. 5.1 a carry. Today, I don't know why we wanted to go shorts. What was going through his mind. I know he had a long of 14. That's not going to win us games. And I don't know how they even scored so much. 144 here. 17 attempts. They didn't even really have the ball that much. I mean, this time around, it looks like we controlled possession, and it didn't matter. Drummond, 16 for 55. Not a terrible game at all. I mean, about what we were seeing before. 8 for 53, though. We were having to throw the ball to the halfback. I mean, all game, our receivers, I guess, just did not feel like getting open, maybe. So here we are at the bye week, man. 5 and 1 after dominating victory against the 49ers. 31-17 last time out. You can see some of the numbers. We are the 10th ranked scoring offense, 5th in passing yards, 11th in rushing yards, 5th in defense, scoring defense, 8th in passing, 11th in rushing. We have a lot of very good qualities about this team. We are 5-1 right now, the top team in the NFC, not just in our division. Surprising we aren't leading any of these categories, though, but I mean, it's been a very good season so far for this team. 1,605 yards, 10 touchdowns, 3 picks for Jeremiah Matthews on a great pace to start the year. Frank's only 3.7 to carry and 5 touchdowns. Hopefully, we can get that improved as the year goes along. Receiving, McCollum's already halfway to 1,000 with 512, 4 touchdowns. McConkey seeing a little bit slighter production there for us, but I think he could still reach about 1,000. By the end of the year comes sacks this close, only 3. Okay, not too bad. Hopefully we can keep out of the double digits range. 35 tackles for Sims is leading the team. There goes Lawrence though, 32, right behind him. Kind of a slow start, but I think he'll pick it up here. 3.5 sacks for Davidson, and so far only 1 interception by Jeremiah Holmes. So not getting any kind of secondary pressure though to get any picks. So we're not seeing a whole lot of turnovers. One aspect that we can look to change. I don't know if I'm necessarily making a trade to do so, like trading for a DB that has interceptions over just like the quality of DB play that we're getting because we're playing such good pass defense. Expecting more from John Davidson. That's probably me. Good spots. Defense. Okay, I thought we were about to get another like chance for a play, breakout player chance. So Davidson obviously didn't reach his goal, but they gave him 4,500 XP for it. I don't know why we lost the game too, so I don't know why it just kind of said that. You know, it was a press conference. They're like, you know, it's great to have leadership like him. And next thing I know, they're giving me 4,500 XP. So I'll take it, though. As we go ahead and jump into our bye week, as we normally do, we're going to take care of some team building things. We have 338 staff points, so I need to go ahead and spin from last year. But contracts, $81 million in space. We have a lot of guys looking for deals here. Ladd McConkey being probably the most important. I'm prepared to go into the draft and replace this. I have somebody to back that up, have somebody to take that over, but also prepared to go to the draft to replace that. Have replaced that. Don't really need a tight end 3, but would love to bring him back. Joey Gaines, I mean, he's not even the starter, so, and the starter's the same age, so we're good there. Replaced. Like everything else here is either replaceable, except for obviously this 5th-year option, but everything else here is replaceable. So the main contract that's going to get all my attention, Lad McConkey. It'll drop us down to 58.2 million in space, but he has interest in wanting to come back here. He wants to go for a playoff contender. Wants a franchise quarterback. He'd love to be closer to home in Georgia than LA. But I mean, are you really gonna be mad about being in LA? Look at that smile. That boy love LA. So we're just gonna give him the neutral offer here. 4 years. I don't know what that $54.8 million. So let's see if he accepts this to come back. I'm just not ready to say yes right now. That fake ass smile. With that being said, I don't want to really handle any other negotiations basically until the offseason. I'm okay with it being a one and done type of thing because like I said, everybody else here is either replaceable or fixable. The only one I'm really interested in getting is Lad McConkey. So we'll show it when I'm actually able to get him to him, because I'm going to try a couple more times throughout the season to get him to sign that deal, because I want him locked up for at least another 4 years as our top guy. That would be the best thing for me. Upgrading players here. I know we did have 3 big upgrades I wanted to get into. It looks like we had another one here, Drummond. After getting his first chance to start, he actually shined pretty well, showed that he's a good receiving back and elusive back. Now, our scheme does fit more of a power back system, but I'm just going to keep him getting better. 75 overall. Getting a boost here to elusive, +1 vision and spin move. And if you look at his ratings, he's not bad. 90 speed, 94 acceleration. He's got 83 carrying. So, I mean, that's a little on the low side. Vision is kind of lower, but has great juke, spin move, and change of direction at 92, which is probably what causes him to get open on his pass catching a lot more. Davidson, with his 4,500 XP that they just gave him last time. He's got 94 finesse, 91. I think his block shedding can use to get better. Since he is up the middle a lot more rushing, maybe getting his block shed better would help out. And of course, I don't get a block shed upgrade. Next here we have Kyle Miner, our outside superstar X Factor, 91 man, 84 zone. Just keep getting. I'm just going to upgrade the man coverage. Maybe we'll see a big boost to zone coverage, since I didn't go straight for the zone. Plus, yep, there it goes, +2 zone, +2 man, press, 86, 92 with the boost that he has there. And last one I was here, Sheldon Arndt, who actually we've seen give up quite a few amount of sacks early in the season, but his pass blocking stuff is all actually in a good spot. It says run blocking, it's not. So I'm surprised he's actually giving up so many sacks. So I'm actually going to go with I want to keep getting him better though. Start of him, and I don't want to race it this young. Let's go with a pass protector and hope we just get a boost of power. It was 73 before. Let's see what it is now. Okay, we went up to 74. I'll take that. And obviously, I won't be checking this as much as we have, you know, in previous years with the series coming to an almost close. But it's still good to see kind of what we've developed here up to this point. So I just wanted to look at some of the prospects, some of the areas of need that we've looked at. So like tackle. I mean, is there anybody here that kind of stands out? Ooh, I love this. Round 2 to 3 here by Tyrone Barnett. But A, pass block. B, pass block power. We have A, pass block power here, but C to F, C to F. Those are not good ratings. I want to see what maybe like Ethan Olsen would come up with. A, finesse. What is this pass block rating, though? I like that, though. Tyrone Barnett, I'm going to have to keep my eyes on you. Let's see, interior. We just got McCollum here at 40%. Does that do anything for me? Not really. None of the key ratings are looked at. Center. Got a couple guys here at 40%. A couple guys that are good at pass. Ooh. A, run block power. B, run blocking here with Troy Morrow. A, run block finesse. B, run block pass block finesse here with Hunter Ford. So even with the later round options here, there are still some intriguing factors that we can look to make some guys draftable. Now here, it looks like on the right tackle side, it's mostly guys that are off. Jerome Pratt, A, pass block finesse. We got blessed with that 20%. Showing me 2 of the ratings that I need to see the most for a tackle. I love that. So after the bye, we had a pretty strong stand there, beating the Raiders 34-28, the Chiefs 26-20, who actually only had 1 loss at the time. So very good AFC wins there, getting us on a 3-game winning streak before finally taking our 2nd loss of the season pretty badly here to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 7-31. I'm not exactly sure what happened here, but 1 interception, 3 sacks. We weren't able to get anything in the end zone. Only 4.9 in attempts. Looks like their secondary probably pretty much locked down our team here. As you can see through the run on the ground, didn't have much anything going either. Lad McConkey had a decent game, but outside of him, everybody else was kind of quiet all day long. Who's over there giving it a Extasy? Scott gave up 1. Kaufman aren't. So kind of getting pressure from up the middle. Kind of hard to look deep down the field and make those throws if we're getting those pressures right in his face. So that's what's gone on since the bye week. But I did want to stop here at the Vikings because our next 2 games are against pretty easy opponents. We do have Green Bay and Arizona coming up here for the next 3 games. Arizona's 4-6 as they're slowly starting to fall out of pace with this race here in the NFC West, as we are now 3.5 games up on both them and the 49ers. But Green Bay is also 2-8, so they're both pretty bad teams here. And the Vikings are 6-3. They're the 5th seed right now currently, just kind of battle out with Detroit, who's 7-3. We're 7-2, tied with Dallas at the current 3 seed, and then Carolina's the 1 seed at 8-2. So I want to get into a game here against a high-level opponent. I know we haven't had too much gameplay here trying to get through the season, but I mean, we haven't had to show too much of anything. We've been whooping up on everybody we're playing, but this could be one of our last games against a good opponent here. As everybody obviously in the division is kind of booty. So let's go and see what we got here against Minnesota. And we'll be kind of getting into the second half of this game to see how interesting it gets here. This could be one of our, I mean, obviously the Chiefs only had 1 loss with us at the time that we played them, so that was obviously another big game to kind of show up. But that was on the AFC side. This is an NFC team that we could see in the postseason. Obviously, there's a chance to see the Chiefs, but they're going to have to work their way through their own gauntlet to be able to even see us, whereas this team is very much more so reachable in like the first or second round. So we go here into the third quarter up by 3. So kind of go through one more quarter here fast. 17-14. We get the ball. Nobody's scoring. They tie up the game. We're going to the fourth quarter here with a tie game. Interception for Kyle Miner here. We're already up to the 14. Let's go ahead and see if we can go ahead and get the lead right here. Couple of key injuries. Brian McCullum is not in the game on offense. John Monty hurt on defense through practice this week. So we are having the rookie out there, Malachi Bullocks. So we'll see if we get him to make a catch here. Throw us to the back corner. Lat McConkey was open if he got it over the top. Great covers there by Woodley. I guess I should say good break by Woodley. Able to get underneath that one and just get high enough to knock it down here. So we're going to drop back again. Matthews throws out quickly, and that's Lat McConkey with the catch. 3rd and 4 now for the Rams. We need to get a first down here. Thrower goes out. He's got a wide open catch there, and that is Matthew Allen. Grabbing it across on the drag route or in route, whatever you want to. Man, stop twerking. Come on, man, back up to the booth. I did not want, and then you got the whole team to come over and twerk with him. That's the more disturbing part, is the fact that he was able to bring the whole squad over too as well. So, I mean, back on defense now. Looks like we are going to go ahead and get the Vikings to be stopped. I was going to come back in if they got past the 50 there. We're not able to do it. 4th and 1. Looks like we just went ahead and decided to punt it back to the Vikings here. 3rd and 4. They got a little bit of a drive working here. Time's not on their side, though. About 4.5 left to go in the game. They go backwards on a sack there. We have a chance to end this game. Can we get at least 1 first down here? Got 88 yards to travel here. And they need a touchdown to take this to OT. Minnesota looking to get back here. Throw goes out quickly, and he mixes up on the first play. Moses. I like what you tried to do, but you got to remember that is Justin Jefferson. You're not covering like that, my boy. I don't know why we even left you open on that, but that dive was pitiful and terrible here. So we're going to go and get the quarterback to flush out, getting out to his halfback and getting out of bounds. Desmond Ridder starting quarterback here for the Vikings. Okay, he's made a career somewhere at least. And he's leading his team to greatness. Maybe they're that next Sam Darnold there for them as we go there and get in the backfield for a sack. That is Armstead, the rookie. I wanted to put him on the rushing defensive tackle number 2 spot here in the game instead of letting Joey Gaines get it because of the finesse moves. And it shows out the work there. He gets his first sack, and he's in the backfield here again, and we get an interception. Kyle Miner. Still not giving my dog his superstar X factor. That's okay. Keep cheating me all you want to, because Kyle Miner's still going to make plays and show that he is an X factor when he's on the field. There it is. We're able to take down another top team in the NFC, Riddler. Pretty good game, but 2 interceptions. We was able to go ahead and get to him twice there, especially one time late when the game was on the line. 3 touchdowns for Jeremiah Matthews. Joshua Driver had a great game, but 3.6 carry is not going to do it. Neither will 3.5 either, unless you have a passing game to kind of back it up. What did Bullocks do today? 4 for 64. Rookie came in and got some big work in. Allen, 2 touchdown catches today. And then defensively, did we see the rookie do anything else other than obviously his sack that he got? No, that was his only tackle actually too. The one play that we saw him make was his only one of the game. Congratulations, way to be on TV. And here we go, coming into week 15. It's time to start clinching some divisions. As you see, the Panthers have already clinched a spot at 11-2, meaning that the gap between them and 8, it's too far to come. I mean, they're up 5 games over that. We only have 4 games left in the season, so we're going to start seeing some clinching here soon. At least probably clinching playoff spots. as the Bears are kind of that last line of defense here. Now, we have divisional games here against Arizona and the 49ers coming up, but Arizona is really our only competition left with, like I said, 4 games left. If we win this game, we will officially have a tiebreaker against Arizona. Be 4 games up on them with 3 games left. Yeah, if we win this game, we clinch the division, you guys. So this game right here is actually very, very important. So we're going to be keeping a close eye on this one all the way throughout and watching it completely. As if we look at the playoff picture right now, we are currently sitting here as the 4 seed playing Minnesota, who we've already beat once this season, but we want to get as high as possible. So after clinching the division, getting 2 or 3 seed would be nice. I mean, we're still within grasp to get the 1 seed from Carolina, but Carolina is looking like a strong team. So not sure how likely that will be, but we'll definitely want to make at least a good run at that. So Arizona, this week is going to be a huge one to test our team's patience to see if we can get this. Now, of course, I did say I wanted to make another pass here at signing back our receiver. So I haven't tried it since early in the year. Now we've got a little bit deeper. You can see we're a little bit better. I'll even up the offer a little bit more here, up by 0.3, so 56 million. And Lad McConkey is coming back to the squad. So everything else we can take care of right before the off season, or like, the last re-sign period in the off season before we go in and start signing free agents and stuff like that. But that'll be where we go ahead and sit for right now. This is going up against this game against Arizona, because I will go ahead and show you guys what happened to get us to this point. We are 9-4, as you guys can see. So we've gone through quite a few amount of games since the win. We had 2 back-to-back losses against Arizona, which was pretty embarrassing, 7-24. Lost against the Packers, giving up 24, but only scoring 21 again. And then a shootout against the Bears where we won 38-35. So the last couple of games have been interesting here. These last 4 are going to be crucial, though, mainly this one, to see if we get in the postseason. I feel pretty good at being a postseason lock, but I'd love to get it locked up here and now. All right, we still want to get to a point where this might be interesting, despite this being a close game here. So we're going to at least get to the second half, as the Arizona Saints are trying to look to play spoiler to our season here with a last-ditch hope here. As they are in goal territory, they score the first touchdown of the game. We answer right back. It's been pretty much a back-and-forth game here. Nobody's able to kind of pull forward here. We'll slow it down just a little bit, go play by play. Arizona will start with the ball here in the second half. Going backwards is great news for us. Sheesh, almost no offense from either side as we finally get to our half of the 50 here, getting a first down here. Let's go ahead and jump in and see if we can go ahead and take over this game now. They're wearing the all red uniforms, the ketchup bottles. If I had known, I probably would have put on our all yellows here, throwing before the pressure gets there down the field. I like the idea, but that's double coverage, Jeremiah. I don't know if that's part of the reason we're struggling here. I don't think he was making those throws to start the season, but now he's trying to force them into double coverage, tight windows. And we've really seen his yards per catch dip. Early in the season, we were seeing 9, 10, 11 yards per attempt. Now it's, 4, 5. Throwing out of the run here down the field. He's got a wide open receiver. I guess let me shut my mouth. He knows what he's doing. Malachi Bullocks getting a touchdown here. I don't know, that might be his first of his rookie season. He had to step in and play as a starter for 1 game. But here on the field in a situation where 4 wides are outs, just beast the line. I don't know why y'all put a linebacker on a 6'8" receiver, but I'm going to keep taking that. Now back over here to the booth. We'll see if Arizona themselves can now get some offense to move here. Now that they've seen us do it. It's been pretty much a back and forth game in that capacity here as we go to the 4th quarter. As Arizona starting to move the ball to their half of the field now, going backwards as soon as they do. And they'll have to go ahead and punt that back to us. Remember, it's winning. We take the division here. So 14-7, 5 minutes to go. And this is to secure our postseason nod. Here's we go out to the outside with Jackson with a huge catch that gets us up to the 50 and stays in bounds. I think. Yeah, the clock will keep going. So if we can score a touchdown here, maybe even a field goal, let's just go up 2 possessions. And I'll feel pretty good about this one. Running the pocket out of the blitz. And we get that out to McConkey, who holds on this time around. 200 yards on the day for Matthews. This is a little bit more like it. Malachi Bullocks is out there. Look at the tall frame there in the middle. Going to move Jackson away from him, going back to him. Play fake here, pocket collapsing. McConkey wide open over the middle for about a gain of 12. I haven't seen Franks run the ball much here. We're still running some play actions as if he has. Throwing that out to Hammond with a grab. And he gets us about 7. Ooh, he's kind of swaggy. I don't go in and touch equipment for these players. So whatever they have is what they decide to put on. And that's, I ain't gonna lie, the arm sleeves on both arms for the tight, that's kind of tough. Throwing this one before he's able to get sacked, so we won't be able to get a touchdown here. But we are field goal range for 3. Motion the halfback out. Are you sure that's a good idea? You know we come with that pressure here. Is actually, I ain't gonna lie, the pressure this year has not been what the team that went to the Super Bowl had last year. Now I don't know if that is the effect of Jared Verse. You remember me saying that I didn't think he impacted our pass defense that much because he did miss the whole season. So I don't know. Maybe just the idea of Jared Verse's name even being on the roster helped. Because I have seen a decline in what we've been able to do with our sack numbers. Now, TFL numbers are still great, but sack numbers have gone down this year. They're going no huddle here, trying to save all 3 of their timeouts. Throw go out over the middle of the field as he's stumbling forward for that one. I don't even know how he was able to make the catch there. Wallace impressively gets them up to the 35 here. So they're going to go empty yet again here. Davidson trying to get in the backfield. He won't be able to get there. And instead, we'll take it to the 2-minute warning. Minute 59 for postseason play. Throw over the middle. He's got the catch, and he's staying on his feet. McBride breaks through 15 tackles. Nick, what? This man just broke through the entire defense. How the heck did he do that? No, don't get swaggy on us now because you got a little bit of dirt on your arm. And thankfully for them trying to onside kick that did not work, we'll get great field position too as well. So all we need to do is move just a little bit more. Franks, please, bro. Why are you running so conservatively and scared? I went and signed you in free agency to be a dog. And you were running like a chihuahua. Chihuahua. We have 2 carries and you've gotten 0 yards from me because you want to run conservatively. You haven't fumbled all game, have you? What are we running conservatively for? Why are you running so scared? Dropping back here. Pockets collapsing. He's able to get out. Come on, Matthews. There we go. Somebody wants to do something here. We're up to the 38. Now, we'll be able to drip some clock off, but the chances are, okay, field goal. 55-yarder here. If we can make this, at least it forces them to have to go get a touchdown. And they'll have under a minute to do it. No timeouts. Kick is up. And it is no good. Oh, my. We pay you for that, bro. We pay you to make those. And of course, the postseason wouldn't be easy, right? It's gonna come down to overtime. I'm telling you. Dropping back here, looking, fires it out to the flats. We were able to get there in bounds. John Davidson, is he in? He better not be in coverage. What the heck? Throw goes out yet again underneath, and we're still able to get to him. 30 seconds to go here. Still giving them very generous runoffs. 21 seconds to go. They're not in field goal range yet. Come on, somebody get a sack. There we go. Singleton's in the backfield. It's 4th and 13. This plays for the season, and they won't even be able to get it off. We get our 10th victory of the season, and we secure the NFC West. The division is ours. The only question is, what seed will we be getting? I mean, there's no reason to show any other games for the rest of the season. Let's go ahead and just see how the end of the year faces out. How many wins do we come away with, and what seed do we go grab? The last thing to talk about, though, before we get into the go into the postseason and get into these last 3 games, is the fact that Bullock's got superstar X Factor as a rookie receiver. Now, he's got 75 overall. He hasn't played much this year. Hasn't had too many snaps. I think he only had 230-something snaps here regular season. But he is a superstar X Factor. He'll have the yak 'em up ability at 6'8". That's going to be crazy going down the field. A replenished portion of the stamina when performing any kind of skill move. Okay, we'll leave that alone for him here. But I can't believe that he's got superstar X Factor. Our rookie just got superstar X Factor. So we're definitely going to kind of rack up these skill points to get him better as the season goes along. I moved him to receiver 2 here. Since we've locked up the division, I'm going to let McCullum run a majority of this. Just run all slot. Let Bullocks take over receiver 2. So he's on the outsides. And I'm just going to see if that works. I didn't want to do it in the middle of the season because we were winning games and everything was looking good. Now that nothing really kind of too much so matters, we'll just let it get right out like that. Armstead is still here as we did lose Wingo. Actually, he broke his collarbone. So he's out for 6 weeks. So now we do have Armstead getting a lot more snaps here. So how much longer till we know his development here? 239. So he'll be playing a majority of the games here coming up. So we'll have to see, how many more snaps he's able to get and what his development is too as well. But superstar X Factor at receiver. Talk about replacement. We replaced Puka with another X Factor. And here it is, y'all. The finalized playoff bracket for 2030. And let's start on our side, man. We clinched the 2 seed as the team right behind Carolina coming up from the 4. We will be playing the Bears in the first round. Sunday at 4:40 puts us at the second to last game. Chiefs and Titans are just behind us. So we'll know basically how everything else shakes out from there. And of course, being the highest next seed, we won't have to worry about facing Carolina. We're facing the next lowest team, or basically the next highest team after that. So Minnesota was able to go ahead and clinch their division, flip-flopping up into the 3 spot. Commanders at 6, Cowboys at 4, Lions at 5, and the Bears are at 7. So on the AFC side, Bills, Raiders, Chiefs, Titans, Colts, Jags, and the Titans member are the team that took Puka Nacua, the team that we traded them away to. So as the 6th seed, we'll see if they can battle their way over to us, and we'll see if we can get that rematch in against them. But as of right now, we don't have to worry about it because we had a fantastic season, man. 12-5 record. We finished out with a dub, loss, and dub. As you can see, pretty bad loss there to the Lions at 45-29. Don't want to see them again if we can help it. But finished with the 16th best scoring offense, 12th in passing yards, 7th in rushing yards. So a way better running team this year than we were last year. I think last year's numbers, I know we definitely weren't this high. We only had 73.5 rushing yards per game. Actually, in this entire series, the most we've ever had is 87.8. So best rushing game that we've had in the series at 93.5. Passing game at 253.1. Actually still the best in the series too as well, despite being 12th. And 23.7 points per game. Not the best we've had, but pretty close. Defensively, 22.2 giving up for our defense. 235.7 yards through the air, which is 13th, and 76.4 being 3rd. It's about the second lowest we had last year. We did have 72 yards, so slightly worse than last year, but I'll still take 76.4 yards per game, the 3rd best rushing defense in the league. As we go ahead and look at some other numbers here, I just want to take a look at some of the season stats for some of our players here. Jeremiah Matthews, 4,307 yards, 30 touchdowns, and 14 INTs here. Frank's eclipsed 1,000 yards. So we finally have a 1,000-yard rusher here, 14 touchdowns. Ended with 4.7 to carry. I told you, just a slow start, and he picked it up through the end of the year. So I'm really proud of what he was able to accomplish. McConkey ended up with 1,256 with no Puka now to disrupt his production. 7 touchdowns, 93 receptions. McCollum finished with 7 touchdowns, 948. So just barely missed out on another 1,000-yard season. Jackson with 660. Allen finished with 462 and 4 touchdowns. Bullocks finished 29-405 and 3 touchdowns. When we switched him into the number 2 spot, he only had about 200 yards. So had some good production in the last 3 games then here for us. Blocking. Did anybody finish with? Yep, Callahan finished with 12 sacks, giving up again. Avila with 9 and Arndt with 9. So pretty close to double digits. Lawrence, only 93 tackles this year, not getting to 100, which is okay. Sacks, 11 by Davidson, 25 TFLs. I will take. And INTs, 3 by Kyle Minor. I remember at one point we only had 1 by Holmes. Minor comes back with 3 to finish out the season. I am completely okay with that. If we look at how the NFL shook out, and Sauce Gardner finished with 7 INTs. Will Anderson Jr., 28 sacks. Goodness gracious. That has to be an NFL record, I feel like, receiving-wise. Kind of working our way backwards. 1,727 yards by Jefferson is on top. 125 yards for Jamar Chase for receptions. First name I don't recognize here is Frank Harris, so a creative player. 108, 1,370 yards, 16 touchdowns. Top tight end, Sam Laporta. Had over 1,000 as well. Touchdowns, 24 by Romeo Odunze. Look at Puka. Getting his way up here, 17 touchdowns, 1,270 yards, and 89 receptions. Had a great season and kind of bounced back. He wasn't doing too good. He wasn't eclipsing 1,000 when he was here, so it looks like it worked for him too as well. Kenneth Walker finished over 1,200, Brees over 1,200. Only a couple of 1,000-yard rushers. So this year was a tough year to run the ball, it seems like. It looks like we only had 7 rushers over 1,000. So not a very good running season here in Madden. Lamar Jackson led the way in touchdowns for rushing with 15. Do not want to play Baltimore. Jalen Hurts finished with 14. Don't want to play the Eagles either. And then passing the ball, Noah Bacon, the quarterback of the Cowboys, 4,783 yards, 45 TDs, and 7 interceptions. That's got to be close to MVP numbers. I'm not even going to lie to you. 49 touchdowns here for Jeremiah Pete, but 23 INTs to go with it. So kind of Jameis Winston-esque stat line. Over 4,700 yards through the air. Let's see, where did... Oh, Matthews finished kind of way down here. 30 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, kind of pretty low. What did Mahomes put up? 29 and 8. You see Josh Allen 40 and 8. Bryce Young 40 and 5. Caleb Williams 43 and 6. Burrow 43 and 6. Just some of the real life quarterbacks, seeing what they kind of put up as far as touchdown and interception ratio. So I mean, it looked like it was a pretty good season though, throughout and out. So I mean, we'll of course look at the awards next time out and go to get into the postseason. I mean, we went ahead and got all of our early season goals here up out of the way. So, of course, while I will handle the postseason, we're not going to go do a full postseason run. So, from here on, every episode will just be a postseason game. I'll do that for you guys. So, I mean, won't slow down the series too much, but we want to obviously see us win our first Super Bowl. So, next time out, we'll be in SoFi Stadium taking on the Chicago Bears and trying to make it to the divisional round. If you guys enjoyed this long video, but one season in one video, and want more of this type of content when it comes to a rebuild, or at least after we've come through at least making it to one milestone, you know, we can kind of speed up like this after we made it to the championship game and kind of speed up till we win it, or if we want it, speed up like this till we get through players' careers. Let me know if you guys like that idea down below in the comment section. But it's your boy Coach Smooth, and I'll catch you guys in the next video, man. I am out for the day, and I'll see y'all at SoFi later.